Hello everyone, and welcome to the Tarot with Titania reading of the week for April 18th to the 25th, 2025. If you're new to the channel, you are most welcome. And with that, let's get into this reading. I invite you to close your eyes and let's take 3 nice deep breaths to get our energy into sync across time and space, because you are an essential co-creative component of these readings. Coming home to ourselves with each breath, dropping further into that beautiful body. And with that third exhale, I invite you to imagine a tree root coming down out of the base of your spine, going down deep into Mother Earth and grounding you here and now in this present moment. Knowing that this tree root is not only anchoring you and grounding you and allowing you to be fully here now, but it is also a conduit through which anything that no longer serves you can easily pass down into Mother Earth and become compost for your new good growth. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I'm here with all of your children, and together we are co-creating this reading of the week for April 18th to the 25th, 2025. My intention is to be a clear channel for the information we most need to receive right now, and to provide this in a manner that we will easily and effortlessly hear, understand, and integrate for our personal and our collective highest and greatest good. I call upon my higher self and the higher selves of all those listening, now and in the future, as well as an overlighting angel of communication to be present, facilitating this exchange, ensuring that it happens in the highest and best way possible, and that we cover all that is in our personal and our collective heart and mind at this time to our satisfaction in this window that we have together here today. I'd also like to invite the 4 archangels to come and hold the 4 directions around us. Across time and space, we are gathering you into the circle of light. I invite Raphael to hold the east, Michael to hold the south, Gabriel to hold the west, and Uriel to hold the north. Thank you for coming. We set the tone for clarity, for wisdom, for ease, for upliftment and insight, for healing, for transformation, for love, for light. Whatever is uppermost in our hearts and minds at this time may be held here in a good way. And anything that doesn't match these frequencies and intentions is welcome to go now. And here we are. Let's get into the reading, shall we? Okay, Creator, what is it that we need to know this week? Once again, as we move through another week of life, this time of change on the threshold of humanity and the planet, what would be most helpful for us to know so that we can adjust and adapt and be as resilient and healthy and strong and vital as possible at this time? And take care of ourselves if we need to. What wisdom needs to come through for our good and the good of all life everywhere? This beautiful planet we call home. Okay. Helpful information for this week of April 18th to the 25th, 2025. Our pruning card. Here it is. So, cutting away the dead, diseased, and crossing branches. This card, I can't tell you how many times it's come up in the past 5 years. If you've been following for that long, well, you know. It's the theme card for this time in our experience as individuals and as humanity. This is the card of pruning. Pruning your tree of life, pruning away all the excess, all the extraneous, all that no longer serves us. That's what this card is about. So, to give you an example, as a gardener, when you have an overgrown shrub, the first thing you do is you prune out all the dead, diseased, and crossing branches. And that then gives us an opportunity to step back and have a look at that shrub and see what else needs to come out. How else does it need to be pruned to optimize the beauty and the growth and the opportunity for light and air to circulate through that plant so it can be as healthy as possible. So this card, the Force card, is sitting in the past. It continues to be present and helpful to us now and into the future. So this energy of pruning, of clearing up our lives, physically, mentally, spiritually, all of those aspects need to be cleaned up and the excess moved out so that we are clean and clear, nimble and light, resilient, able to move and adjust and adapt effortlessly and easily. So this energy continues to be important. So let's go from there. The signal card. In our present, this is the card of communication. So with this card, we are letting the universe know what we prefer. We're paying attention. We have our head up over the parapet. We're looking around. We're getting a sense of what do we want. Wands are about creativity, inspiration, and passion. This is about us connecting to our yes. And I've talked about the yes a lot. The yes is that aspect, it's a collection of aspects that inspire us, that light us up, where we have our highest enthusiasm. And our purpose is to discover our yes and say yes to our yes. Because those aspects are shiny, because that's where life wants us. It's our contract, our arrangement, our unfolding with life that we're supposed to be going in those directions. And when we move in the direction of our yes, we find our people. We find the opportunities that we're meant to be pursuing. Everything that we want is in the direction of our yes. So it's very important to go towards it. And this card is asking us to reconnect with our yes and to start saying yes to it in a bigger way and living into that more, pulling in the energy. Even if we're not entirely sure what it is, we need to be spending time dwelling on that. We need to be spending time looking at what brings me to more life? Where is my highest enthusiasm? Where is my joy? Where is my pleasure? And if we don't know the answers to those questions, that means we've got some work to do. And we need to prune out anything that is not serving our purpose and our path and our joyful journey forward into our gifts and abilities. So this card in the present, the card of signals, this is about getting in the vicinity of what we're interested in. And as we spend time there, we become familiar with the energy of what we love, with our optimal experience, our highest joy. And when we get familiar with that, we start to recognize cooperative elements as they come towards us, whether that's people, whether that's places where we need to be, opportunities that are coming towards us. We get very, very clear about that. Because we've had this energy exchange with the universe, we're becoming familiar with that amazing, generative, juicy energy that lights us up. And that's where we want to be spending our time. That's where we want to be putting our energy, because that's what we came to do. The near future, 7 of Hearts, the card of illusion. So this is important for us to remember, because right now, as we all know, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on the planet, and there's a lot of opinions, and there's a lot of people who feel they need to inform us about things, and some of us feel we need to be informed about things because, well, that makes us good citizens or somehow better able to participate. It's all good. There's no wrong answer here. Each of us is here having our own unique experience. But we need to be mindful about where our attention is taking us. Is it taking us away from living our clean and clear and best, most enthusiastic and inspiring life? Are we being pulled off our center, pulled into other people's stories, other people's ideas of how things need to go and be? Having our own energy hijacked by these external stories, because we're not here to live from the outside in. We've all been conditioned that way, but that's not what we're here to do. We're here to discover our heart, to discover who we are, and to live into that lovely energy of what we know to be true for ourselves, and to bring that out into the world in wonderful ways. So this card of illusion is, as we go into the near future, it's just stay grounded, stay centered, come home to yourself as much as possible. Lean into those tools that we have so that we don't get pulled off of our center and start to believe everything that we're told that's outside of us. The truth that we know is the one that's inside of us. I don't know the truth of you. You don't know the truth of me. We're each here discovering what that means and living into it. So if we can be kind and compassionate with each other, that'll help a lot as we try to figure this out, because it is a really strange time. But you do know you're on target when you feel good. When we feel good, we know we're lined up with the intentions that we're holding for ourselves. So that might be helpful to just pay attention to going forward. Are you feeling harmonious? Are you feeling congruent? Are you feeling lined up with the truth of you? And if not, maybe notice that and get curious about that and wonder about that and say, well, where should I be putting my energy and my attention? What does bring me to more joy? And if you don't know what that is, that's okay. It just means you have a bigger adventure before you. It's what we're all here doing, is discovering this and communicating with life and having that amazing feedback with life, exchanging information and having it come back to us. But then as we go forward, it's important not to get pulled off our center and get overwhelmed by all the stuff that's going on, all the illusion, all the stories. We're each having our unique journey. We've got to do our journey well. We can't do anybody else's journey. We can't do it for them. They can't do it for us. We have to do our own. But we can hold each other with love and kindness and compassion and enthusiasm. And when we do our journey really, really well, we're inspiring to others. When we're living our beautiful life. I mean, just think about that. Isn't that one of those things that pulls us forward? The people that we know in our lives who are living their best life. It reminds us that we have one to live too. And maybe we think we want their life because it just seems so awesome. But what it's really telling us, what it's really giving us information about is that it's possible. And our work is to discover it, to clean it up so that we have the room. Because if our life is too full, there's no room to pull something new in. So we need to keep clearing things out. Stay lined up with our highest enthusiasm to the best of our ability. And I'm not talking cloud nine all the time, but moving always. What in this moment is my highest enthusiasm? And work towards that. Keep taking steps towards that. It gets easier and louder as we go towards our yes. We find our people, like I said, the opportunities start to happen. And all of a sudden there's this gorgeous serendipity that seems to flow. And that's when we're on our path and our purpose and lined up with our yes. And it just goes. Life just happens in a completely different way. And then this near future card, paying attention to all of that illusion and not letting it knock us off our socks, not letting it knock us off our center, coming home to ourselves if we do notice we're wandering, because we are masterful. We can be this aware and say to ourselves, look at me. I watched the news. I fell off the wagon. I got upset and I got confused. And now I'm taking a deep breath. I'm coming home to myself. I'm coming home to this beautiful life that I am creating and crafting and weaving in every moment. And what's true for me right here, right now? Where's the next best place to put my attention and my energy for my good and the good of the life that surrounds me in service to more life? And that'll really help, because if we can unplug from this as much as possible, we're taking our energy from it. We're not feeding it with our attention, because when we feed things with our attention, they get bigger. Where attention goes, energy flows. What you focus on, it expands. And so if we don't want a future like the ones we're being fed, that potential thing, we really need to be giving our energy to the future that we want. This creative energy here. What do we want? Play with that and let yourself get excited about what's possible. And if you're finding it difficult to have a vision, then that maybe is the homework. Start looking out into the world, not on the news, but maybe finding some positive, generative content that's interesting to you. Maybe you're into astronomy. Maybe you're into permaculture. Maybe you're into alternative construction. Maybe you're into AI. I don't know what your journey is. And if any of that lit you up, well, that's interesting information, isn't it? We're not here to do anybody else's path. We're here to do ours. So remember that this week. Stay on our path. If you get knocked off, take a deep breath, come home to yourself, refocus, realign, and keep going. Our foundation card. This is the Prince of Hearts. And you see he's riding around, waving his big heart, saying, come out and meet with me. Come on, let's play. Let's be together. Let's do this together. This is a lovely heart open card. It's an invitation to be part of the change on the heart level and to help create a new vibe, a new feeling, a new opening on this level. So it's because nights are changes. They're that energy dynamic of movement, of change, of things shifting. And this is on the level of the heart. It's why we have this reading this week, is all about this energy of new, an invitation on the level of the heart to be more heart-centered. We do need this going forward. And that's that piece of who are we? What do we love? And can we give our energy to what we love and nourish it every day a little bit more? Because what we nourish is what's going to grow. And that's what we want to build the world from. All those pieces of love expanding and that gorgeous rising of that energy. So I think that's pretty clear. We have to keep it clean, keep tidying it up, clean and clear as we go forward, continually pruning what no longer serves us. And there's a lot of that going on. What are the stories we keep telling ourselves? Are they true? Do we need to coming back to them? They're not who we are anymore. They served us at one point. Maybe they don't serve us anymore, and it's time to let them go. And the stuff that often is associated with it, because when we have a certain identity, we have a certain amount of stuff that goes with that identity. And when that part of us is done, it's okay to let the stuff go too that symbolizes that. So maybe consider that this week. The Northern Hemisphere, it's spring cleaning. It's a good time. Engaging in communication with the universe from a place of inspiration. That's this card. Getting in touch with what inspires us, what enlivens us, what do we love? Where is our highest enthusiasm in every moment? And always pivoting towards that, giving that our energy and our attention, because that helps us to grow something beautiful. This near future card, just being mindful of this energy of illusion. It's rampant on the planet at this time. There's a lot of stuff out there, and it's very dramatic, and it's very distressing and upsetting. And if you get hooked into it, it's going to pull you off your happy little center. It's going to pull you away from your focus, from your yes, from your unique, beautiful, authentic path. So notice when you get pulled off. Notice what pulls you off. Get curious about that. Get playful. Life is not as serious as we make it out to be. We can be playful and curious and light. It makes a big difference if we can be that way. That's this card. It's this resilience that comes when we travel light. And then new beginnings on the level of the heart. Changes on the level of the heart. We are all dropping into our hearts more. We're becoming more heart-centered and more heartfelt with ourselves and with all the others who we share this planet with and the life here. And just noticing that. That's why we're having the reading this week. There are changes happening on this level. So we can nourish those too. They're all part and parcel of this yes. Our yes and love go together because our yes is life pulling us to more love, more expression, more joy. Everything that we want is there. Everything that lights us up and makes us more. It's that beautiful call into expansion, which is quite natural in life. That's what it's all about. The desire that we have pulls us to becoming something more. And the challenges that we face along the way help us to refine our dream, help us to refine our yes. And so we're continually pruning as we go through life, shedding that which no longer serves us, so that there's always room to pull more in. There's always that little bit of a vacuum to draw more life towards us. Okay, so what is our card to grow on? Let's see. Okay, Creator. Let's summarize this beautiful reading and the energy held in it so that we can carry it forward with us practically in one card as we move into life this week, as we remember to stay lined up with our hearts and our enthusiasm. Be that beautiful clearing for more life on the planet so we can inspire others to find their yes and move forward magnificently as well. We can have a planet of that incredible momentum building. What is our card to grow on, please? We have the Prince of Hearts again. It's really fun when that happens. So this is really underlined, this energy of fresh new beginnings on the level of the heart, of movement on the level of the heart. Heart awareness. Get tuned into your heart this week. Let yourself notice, what is your heart telling you? Get curious about that. Because this is the time of the heart. This is this moving forward that we have. I mean, as humanity, we've been locked in our heads for so long. And the mind is a brilliant thing, but it's not the only part of us that's important. Our hearts are really, really important as well. And the heart is connected to the feminine. And there's a tremendous building of the feminine energy on the planet at this time, which is what this symbolizes. And so there's this beautiful invitation to come into our heart and to celebrate being in our heart and to celebrate our heart-centered response to life with ourselves and with each other. And again, if you're not there all at once, that's okay. This is a journey. It's not just a destination. We're working on this. We never get it done. At the end of this life, our desires that are incomplete pull us forward into another expression of life. Where that is, I don't know. I can't tell you more than that. But I do know that desire that we're building, that momentum that we're building, never ceases. It simply pulls us on to our next expression and our next experience. And we're refining it all the time. So giving ourselves permission to go with this momentum of change on the level of the heart, of listening in a little bit more, of hearing what our heart has to say to us, will be really helpful this coming week and onwards. Because, as I said to you already, this is the new energy. This is where we are going. This is where humanity is becoming more intuitive, more connected, more connected, as I said, on many levels, is telepathy and heart connection, reading the energy of a room as we walk into it. Some of you guys are already doing that. You're very sensitive individuals. And that sensitivity and those other abilities to connect and understand and relate to life, the dial's going up on those. So notice, get curious, and welcome that part in. You have what you need to ground it. And if you don't, you'll pull somebody in who can help you. And enjoy the process. The Prince of Hearts likes a good time. So let's enjoy life. Are we giving life a good time? We can have fun with this. We don't have to be all serious and adult-like and struggle. That's not necessary. Struggling is optional. We get to choose. What are we choosing? More life, more love, more joy. And with that, I invite you to take a nice deep breath with me. Let's come back to ourselves and integrate this knowledge with our breath. The breath is a magic tool. It gives us access to our beautiful body. It gives us an opportunity to reassemble all the aspects of ourselves, calling them all back into one place. Integrating the wisdom, the knowledge, the experiences that we've had. And every breath out is a clearing. It's magical how beautifully designed we are. Creator, this is your daughter, Titania, and I want to thank you for being with us once again, joining us for this co-creative reading of the week for April 18th to the 25th, 2025. I want to thank all those who keep walking with us, who keep holding us lightly and magnificently on this side and the other side of the veil. This is a beautiful life, and we are so privileged to be embodied at this time, and grateful to the teams of those who love us and who hold us, as I said, both here and on the other side. I want to thank everyone, all of us, for being here now, here on Earth, and the teams on the other side who are holding us and rooting for us and helping us to navigate this world at this time. It is a wonderful, wonderful thing. We're all here doing this, and I'm grateful to you for joining me this week and every week. For those who've been here for a while, thank you. Your energy and mine gathered up, our intentions, co-create these readings. So you're participating every week or joining in, and it doesn't have to be every week. It's not a have to. It's an invitation. I welcome you to come and add your energy to mine so that together we can build this beautiful momentum of light a little bit more easily, a little bit more effortlessly, a little bit more clearly as we navigate the changes that we're in the midst of, so that we can be the best versions of ourselves as we do this good work. Thank you for being you and all the good that you're up to. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful week. I will look forward to seeing you next week If you would like a reading with me, the information is down below in the notes, and you can access me also from my website, www.titania.ca. And until next Friday, take good care, find your yes, revel in it, and join in this beautiful invitation to more love, more life, more unfolding. We will build it together, and it's magnificent. Bye for now.